Hello, fam. I was sitting here making a salad to go, and I find making food quite meditative, and I love being able to cut up my own vegetables and do prep. It gives me some time and some space mentally to just clear out everything else and either just focus on not chopping my fingers off or focus on conversations I've had, or problems, struggles, whatever. And something came up and I was going back and forth, I don't have time to make a video. I just want to make this lunch. I have a list of things to do today, a mile long. And I don't have time. But you know what? I'm going to make time because there's a point. So it's literally mid-January. This is the point in time when New Year's resolutioners, start down their path. And, there's some fact out there that's like, my knife is so dull. 70% of New Year's resolutioners quit within the first, I don't know, however long. Anyways, I generally around this time of year, of course, but especially in the last, say, 10 years, get a lot of people asking me for free advice, which I don't mind giving, especially when people follow it. Oh, yes, butter. Sharpen your knives. But it starts to become a little bit overwhelming. And a lot of the time when I'm giving advice, you already know what I'm going to tell you. And so just based on a bunch of the communications I've had over the last week, let's say, I've just thrown this video together to reinforce some of those things for free. And that way, if anybody contacts me going forward with the same questions, I'm just going to go ahead and send them a link to this video. So, where to start? Let's say you're 40. Just because that's how old I am and it's an easy number to remember for me. And in your life, from birth until now, fitness has been either non-existent or sporadic. Let's just say that's you. Fits and starts, maybe every New Year's you intend on changing your life. You hit the gym or buy a pack of classes somewhere, and then somewhere around the end of January, end of February, maybe if you make it that far, you fall off the wagon. And then really maybe every once in a while you go for a walk, ride your bike, blah, blah, blah during the year, but that was sort of your major effort. And let's say you do that for 40 years. Then comes New Year's resolution time again, and you are now, 40, and you've got a history in your life of neglect, essentially, to your body and abuse, because it needs really good nutrition, it needs rest, it needs a lack of stress, and it needs movement. And you're kind of giving it, sitting in your chair all day at work, stressing out, fighting with your family, eating fast food or eating too much food, and relatively or little to no exercise, maybe a yoga class once a month or something like that. Then you take a look in the mirror and you say, oh my God, this is bullshit. I've got to get moving. I'm disgusted by the person I see in the mirror, which is a whole other topic. But typically that's how somebody approaches me when they're asking these questions. And now you want results, and you want results really quickly. You just spent the last 40 years, let's say, neglecting yourself, packing on weight, stressing out, whatever it is, beating your metabolism down into paste. And now you want to be able to see results immediately. This is where the gimmick salespeople will catch you and take your money and then leave you in the same place for the next year. And you have to be very careful. If you dedicated 40 years of your life to doing really nothing to take care of this vessel that carries you through life, you're going to need a lot more than a month to get back, or for the first time ever, get into a physique that is healthy and representative of your lifestyle. And I put stress on the word lifestyle because people who look like X, take me for instance, however I look, that equals balanced nutrition, consistently putting in an effort, and exercising 7 days a week. Yes, I can have a drink every now and then. Yes, I'll have a piece of cake. Yes, I'll indulge in things, absolutely. But I make a concerted effort every day. And that's my lifestyle. That's been my lifestyle since I was a kid. I was put in dance at like 4.5 years old. And I danced until I was 23. And then after dance, I was still, and during dance, I was still surfing, hiking, biking, doing yoga. When I quit dancing 6 days a week for a few hours a day, then I went and I changed to the gym. I started doing a little bit of bodybuilding, nothing major, taking spinning classes, taking all kinds of cardio classes, got my own certification in it. I went to take yoga. I started doing that 5 or 6 or 7 days a week, sometimes multiple times a day. I did ballroom dance, and then I switched over to bodybuilding. And even in there, I was snowboarding and mountaineering too, and that'll always be a thing, and cross-country skiing. So my lifestyle is reflected in how I look, the choices I make, the things I do, and that's a choice, and that's who I am. Now, if you've made a foundation of your life to be, for instance, I don't have television, sitting on a couch, watching TV, eating at McDonald's or some kind of, ordering in pizza, drinking a bunch of pop, and not exercising, you are going to need to change your lifestyle and for a significant amount of time to see results. And once you get there, then there's maintenance. And if you really want to look a certain way, then come all those rules about, okay, what do you look like now? What do you weigh? And how tall are you? Well, this indicates that you can only eat 1,400 calories a day if you want to continue to look the way you do. That's how it works, okay? So to reach a maintenance level or something you're happy at when you've neglected yourself for a significant amount of time is going to take you a significant amount of time. If you say stop working out for the last 5 years and you want to get in shape like crazy, you either go hard for half a year, depending on how much damage you've done by being sedentary, or you're patient and consistent so you don't burn out and you don't drop off the face of the fitness planet again. But that's a personal choice that you have to make. The other part of that is with fits and starts within the fitness and nutrition lifestyle. Your body's going to change over time. Your hormones are going to change over time. Things are going to grow into weird shapes and places that you really don't want them to. It happens to all of us. It happens to me too. Age plays a role, neglect plays a role, genes play a role. So if you have your trouble areas, typically either you're stocky or really skinny or, all these things that people hate about themselves. When you see things you don't like on your body, that's fine. You can change them, but you have to be realistic about what they are. And one thing that totally does not work is spot reduction. You can't make fat arms go away but keep a big fat booty when the way that you get rid of fat flabby arms is to decrease the overall body fat that you have. You can't just work out one arm and make that look a certain way but then leave another part of your body. You have to be realistic in how fitness actually works, how biomechanics work, how kinesiology works, how the body works. You can't spot reduce. You can train muscles to be bigger or not train them at all. So there'll be men who have gigantic upper bodies and little penis legs because they don't train legs. I don't know why anybody wants to look like a real Wei Tai or, I don't know, a lump of cheese on a toothpick, but that's their choice. So you can see right there is a perfect example, chicken legs. Legs suck to train. A lot of people don't want to do it. It's a lot of hard work. It burns the most calories in any workout. But if you train all upper body and not legs, the results are clear. Same for us. If we just jog every day for 30 minutes on the treadmill, or just walk. What's your caloric expenditure? What is your heart rate up at? What are you actually doing? Do you know what you're doing? Are you feeling lost? You don't know the best way to burn fat, build muscle. Then you need a coach. You need a plan. You need a program. Every body is different. Every lifestyle is different. Every injury is different. So you need to have goals, clear goals, and then you need to know how to achieve those. It's not, you can't do what I'm doing and look like me. You're not me. You never will. I can't do what I'm doing and look like some of the girls that I think have fabulous physiques. I just can't. Some of them are 5 feet tall and already have giant cabooses and the ability to grow muscles that I don't. They're also 25 years old. Those are all things that are just naturally what they are. And then another thing that a lot of people mention, and I had a friend actually mention this the other day, and I wanted to address, is cardio and what cardio really is. When you get onto a treadmill and you see if it's not too old or if it still has it or if it hasn't been worn off, there's a heart rate chart basically on the side that shows you if you're just basically just barely breathing or endurance or high athlete training, and it tells you all the ages and heart rates, and there's a chart there. That's very important because things like yoga, Pilates, any kind of other pole dancing, whatever, they're going to obviously be strenuous to some people. For the variety of strain is going to be totally different depending on your abilities. As a yoga teacher, as a bodybuilder, as somebody who was a dancer, as somebody who, like one of my old business partners and dance duo partner is a Pilates teacher, yes, those things are great for your body. Yes, those things will build strength and balance and a lot of core stability and the things that you need to grow into an old, healthy person. But no, not in any way, shape, or form can you expect that a passive type exercise such as yoga or Pilates or pole dancing is going to help you burn fat as well as a good diet and concerted effort in lifting some weight and cardiovascular exercise will. You will not, and I've taught and taken almost every type of yoga other than naked yoga, you cannot sustain 140, 150 beat per minute heart rate in a yoga class. You will always be active and then relaxing. Active and then relaxing. That's kind of how the sequences work. If there's some other kind of, Billy Blanks put out some new yoga program where you're doing jumping jack yoga or some shit that I don't know about, yeah, cool, then there might be something there for you. But the point is, with that, add it into your repertoire. You should be flexible. You should have that great trunk stability, but don't look at if somebody says, hey man, you got to kick up your cardio if you want to lose that fat. Here's how you do it. Free information. You can't look at those types of exercise as a tool. You spending an hour in yoga and possibly burning a couple hundred calories depending on who you are and your effort level and all that stuff we talked about is not going to be anything like me doing an hour of stair climber. It's just not. It's not going to have the same impact on what your overall goals are. And so you need to also, long story short, as I always say, stop kidding yourself about the level of exercise that you're doing. Stop kidding yourself about how much effort you're putting into things. Stop kidding yourself about the type of food you're eating. Stop kidding yourself about how much food you're eating. Stop kidding yourself that you're actually doing what it takes to have the body you think you want. Plain and simple. There are formulas. Every bodybuilding person out there follows them. Every anorexic model on magazine covers follows them. The way people look on those magazines is their job to look like that, to be shredded like that all the time. Either you're some kind of an ectomorph or you're cutting to get those pictures, okay? So set a goal, recognize where you come from, know what you need to do to get where you're going, and dedicate your time to it. If you've only got 45 minutes a day, make the best of what that is and kick the shit out of your meal plans. But everybody basically knows what they need to do to get fit, and if they don't, then they need to get help. Don't fear the gym. Don't fear personal trainers. Don't fear getting a nutritionist. Don't fear spending the money on that stuff. If you've got the money to spend going out and drinking booze, buying a new car, buying a new outfit, going to a therapist, buying a new subscription to a magazine, whatever it is, you have the time to pick up a personal trainer or nutritionist or some kind of coach in combination, because that's all built for your personal wellness. People have bills to pay. They have skills, much like I do. And while I love to see other people getting fit, it's also something that I get paid for. And so I hope that this little video will help you understand where you're at and the realities of health and fitness. And you know, that people, I don't know if you'd call up a lawyer to ask them for a bunch of free advice, probably not, but it's similar for me too. And I'm not trying to sound bitchy, but facts are facts. We all know what they are. If you don't feel like paying a personal trainer or fitness guru of some kind is a thing for you, then do more of your research on Google. But the facts are there. Don't buy into the get quick, slim, drop a bunch of water weight and gain it all back bullshit shake routines. Okay, if I can give you one more bit of free advice, it's a trap, it's garbage, it's multi-level marketing. And once you change your lifestyle away from doing slim fast shakes, you're screwed. You're going to be back to where you were. Everybody I know who's been on Weight Watchers is heavier than when they started. Okay, it's just their gimmicks. They take your money, and once you stop on their little train, you're off the train, you're off the tracks, and it's geared to make you come back and spend your money. So there's all my free advice. It's the new year. If you want to be fit, be realistic. Get your head out of your ass and do the work, or don't, and don't complain about the way you look. But if you do put effort in, you're going to feel proud of yourself. You're going to feel healthy. You're going to sleep better. You're going to be happier, and you're going to look good. Okay? So make those your driving forces. Take care of yourself. What is going to be your fate if you continue to neglect your body when you're 70? You should be fearing that. Fear alone should be driving you to live a more healthy lifestyle. You need to be healthy in old age, or you're going to pay, and it's going to be because you can't go out and do anything. You've got medical bills that are through the roof. You've got, disabilities that no longer allow you to have a full and happy life, and that's not the way I'm going to go out. We only live once. There's your free advice. Kick some ass, and don't kid yourself about how you're going to do it.